Well, welcome back everybody to part 2 of the fate of the Yaki, and as you can see we're about 90 kilometers away from the Spear of Odin, and he's taking out this defense platform here. I'm not sure how we're going to fare going through this system, but hopefully that fleet shouldn't be too bad, so we're going to get involved and try and do a bit of combat ourselves and hopefully not get blown up. So fingers crossed. See what we've got. Coming into range now. Like the larger ship. Right. Oh, I shot way past. Okay, right, let's get it swung around. And thankfully this ship actually has some forward fire weaponry, so I can actually damage.
Xenon defense platform.
Here we go. We're about 6 kilometers out. Let's make sure our defense turrets make sure our turrets are on attack all enemies. There we go. This is a fair amount of firepower for such a small ship. Let's get an external view of the ship. That's pretty awesome, that. Look at that. Looks like we are taking some hits. Our forward cannons are overheated. Okay, they are trying to hit us, so let's just move up a little bit out of the range of that turret. It looks like, so they've tried to attack everything they've gone past, so as you can imagine a lot of the smaller ships have been fried. I think my gladiuses are still around, and them laser cannons they've got should cause a fair amount of damage. Stick to that. See how we're looking. We're going closer really. Should be doing a lot of damage here. Yeah, 24%, so it's nearly down now. So as I say, their fleet have basically ravaged anything in their path. They've lost a lot of fighters. They had a lot of fighters to start off with. So what we're seeing now is mainly the anything basically medium or larger left. And I do know they lost a few ships, because I lost one of mine. I lost a medium ship as well, the gunboat that we had. He unfortunately got ambushed when we were trying to pass through one of the jump gates. The fight was so short that I didn't realise it had gone, so I obviously continued my path towards the fleet. They've still got quite a lot of fires left, which is good to see, so hopefully we can pack a punch, because the main concern I have now, obviously, is we've got the shipyard to fight. These defense platforms do pack a punch, but shipyards tend to also pack a punch as well, and obviously they've got fires and stuff like that around them, but it is a large shipyard as well, so we could see some destroyers and the sorts. It does look like most of the defense systems on the defense platform have been neutralized, because I am only taking, well, I was just taking that small amount of fire below. It does look like they're actually engaged on the second. Let me see if I can just get up for a second and see if that's going to continue firing. Pop it here. So let's have a look on the map as a whole. So yeah, so they are engaging on this Xenon defense platform here as well. And it does look like that is actually taking out a lot of the smaller fighters. I have a feeling it's going to end up engaging this one as well. It does sound like my turrets have stopped firing. Let's just remove all orders. Let's tell it to actually attack. Attack. There we go. So just keep an eye on that, make sure we don't end up wandering into the range of a turret. But I am concerned, as I say, that if we end up trying to take out this second defense platform, we're going to lose a lot more of these ships. So let's see how it pans out. I'm going to fast forward this now so that you can enjoy the outcome of the battle without missing too much. And yeah, we'll get a good angle. How about what we've got? get a good target of 15% left, so let's just zoom out a little bit more. There you go, you can see the full battle there. Let's get that off, and let's enjoy the end of this battle and see how it goes. Okay, and there we have it. The defense platform has been taken out. I've certainly got one of my gladiuses. That's just telling me that she's completed her orders. Okay, so what did? Oh, so the second. Yes, I've got two fighters. Second. Dock the second fighter. Nope. Well, let's just see. So it looks like the Spear of Odin is actually pushing towards the shipyard. That's got some resupply ship. How's our doing? We're fully prepared, so can we get something we can resupply? And it does look like, so yeah, it is moving away. So let's go get in our control center and let's head on over to the Spear of Odin. Go. Both gladiuses are now in the air. And let's see how we fare with the space station. Now, it could potentially miss the space station, but I have a horrible feeling it's not going to. Let's push ourselves a little bit closer. We can't slipstream with that ship. I like to call it slipstream, but basically you can't get in its gravity wake and get pulled with it for some reason. Don't know if that's because it's just an ally or whatnot. I do have a feeling it's going to attack that space station. Just jumped out of travel mode. See what it's doing. Okay, fortunately, he did lose quite a lot of fighters tackling that Xeno platform there. However, grand scale of things, we've got quite a few ships. You've got one carrier there and another one there. Spinning around for some reason. Everything else is pushing forward, so that's a good sign. Maybe that is trying to get like around to here and then straight into the jump gate, maybe. But I'm having a feeling as soon as this gets in range of that, turning back round again. The problem with the AI flight, I find, is it tries to make minute adjustments. Obviously, ships like these, they can't make minute adjustments. Got to come out of travel mode, make the adjustments slowly, then get back into travel mode to then account for that adjustment. Whereas obviously a small fighter can make the adjustment on the fly. You think the capital ship flight for the AI is very clunky? Let's see what the rest of them are doing. We're going to stick with the Spear of Odin because obviously that's our main objective. But if they do get in combat, likely he's going to just help them. Get some power on. It looks like they may have actually bypassed the shipyard. They're obviously out of range of the... Flying right past it. Might be a good sign for us because it's just not going to delay it. So what I'm going to do now then is I'm going to continue flying along with the Spear of Odin. Hopefully we'll jump into the next sector. Then I have a feeling the next sector is where I'm going to see some of the action. What is going to happen, I'm not quite sure. They may take the Yaki pirate base out, or they may just basically want to wipe out this whole sector. Or it may just take the Amplify station. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work. Hopefully we'll see that. And I'm hoping for quite a bit of combat. He won't detour too much. So we shall be back shortly, and hopefully should have a better understanding as to what this fleet's going to do, and whether or not we've actually completed what it's asking us to do, because all it's telling us is the current location of the Terran commander. Not actually telling us whether we should be docked with them, or whether we should be escorting them, or what. I'm not really sure what. I'm just going off my gut feeling here about what it's actually asking us to do. So fingers crossed when we get into the sector, things should hopefully clear up for us. And as I said, we're going for more the Terran side of things this time. So there were multiple options, and I'd like to explore them multiple options at a later stage. But right now, we want the Terrans on our side because we're going to basically push in the name of Terra. That's the kind of play we've got here. We'll see how it goes. But we'll be back shortly when some more combat or something a little bit more exciting happens, so you don't have to watch me following this ship. As always, make sure you leave your comments in the comment section about any parts of this series, or this episode itself, or anything like that. Or if you want to, a few people have been telling me about some of the ships that you can acquire. Someone did mention that the Sin ship was available, which, as you can see, happened. Fantastic. So thank you very much for those who have given me the comments. Maybe mark some of them as spoilers would be quite nice, because obviously some people may not want to see that they get various ships ahead of time, but still, thank you very much everybody for leaving me comments so far, and always make sure you continue to do that, and I will try and get back to you all as best I can. For now, let's move things along. Welcome back to the war that's started, and yeah, as I suspected, well, this ship here was actually waiting for a resupply, and this was jam-packed full of ships, but there's just so many Xenon around here. A lot of these are defense drones, but the defense drones pack a massive punch. You can see that the Spear of Odin is actually just on the outskirts, but it is starting to creep in now, so I've got concerns that if we don't push in to help, these defense drones are going to overwhelm. Now, it still does have 2 of the patrol carriers with it, but there isn't really much in sense of destroyers or anything like that, so I'm really concerned that we're not going to be successful here. But let's try and push in, and hopefully we'll survive. Hopefully my guns generally are a bit better when it comes to defense drones. They are weak, and obviously my turrets are more bulk rather than the beam. Beam just takes a lot of energy. It doesn't really cause a lot of damage. So let's move on in.
Defense drone.
Before we lose everything. I don't want to go too close to that patrol carrier, because I don't want to start opening up on it. So let's just pull away a little bit. As a matter of fact, no, I'll stay in command. And I want to just make sure I don't fall into gun range of the carrier.
You'll have to do better than that.
About as close as I want to get, really. I'm pretty damn close here.
You're making a big mistake.
Okay, here we go.
Defense drone.
Okay, yeah, we're tearing them apart. Goes one.
That's just not good enough.
Right, let's try and pull a bit of the heat off. We got plenty of turrets on this ship, so that's actually a fire. Oh no, it's still a defense drone. You see, we're actually turning into these defense drones quite easy. And now we don't have any defense drones of our own because obviously this ship still needs an upgrade. What's opening up on? What's opening up? Is that the Gladius? Oh, it's a small turret on the back. Awesome. Let's continue pushing in. Oh yes. We're carving our way in through here. Oh, that ship's going to need some support. It is getting plastered with defense drones. Have a look how it's looking.
Asgard.
Oh, it's not scratched. Let's leave it to its devices. I think it's going to be fine. A lot of defense drones. Okay, let's push in. I do like looking externally sometimes. Pretty cool. Right, let's...
Defense drone. Xenon shipyard.
I think we're almost in range, so I just want a bit of a boost. Oh. Literally want it just to engage, and then we'll disengage straight away. And that's close enough for us. Right, we're actually in range of this now, so... Well, I don't want to let you watch and just... Yeah, basically watch this shooting constantly at this, and we're going to have defense drones, but I don't want you to miss it, so we're going to fast forward things, and you can enjoy the firefight, and then hopefully, the ship might actually push into the sector. If it doesn't, then we'll call it there, and then we'll wait for it to actually arrive to the sector and do something. But it's been sat there for over 2 hours now, doing nothing, and then finally the fleet turned up. So, let's fast forward things and let you enjoy the fireworks show. Okay, that is us out of there. I had to do a quick escape right there. Basically, yeah, the fleet was completely overrun.
Defense drone.
Delilah's...
Defense drone.
Bye-bye.
Defense drone. Asgard.
I can't see that being on its own is going to survive. So we're going to get the hell out of here. And we're going to need the bigger fleet.
Tokyo.
You can just see it is so overwhelmed. So all of our subsystems were basically taken out by the drones, and I just couldn't keep afloat basically, and unfortunately the ship took so much of a loss that we couldn't keep up with it. So I jumped into the Gladius and I got the hell out of there. Now at the moment a lot of these drones are actually following me, so I'm going to attempt to see if I can keep them on my trail. I don't think that patrol carrier is faring much better. Still got 100% shields. So let's slowly make our way over there. Because the last thing I want is to be left with all them. But you can see it's just pulling it away, but this Spear of Odin is now pushing the station. So it's now going to have to contend with the station weaponry as well as all these drones as well. Don't know how that's going to fare. Still following me at the moment. Well, basically, I'm going to get myself out of here in a minute, because we're going to have to regroup, I think, and we're going to have to get some more weaponry. Because that Asgard is struggling, and that's a battleship. There we go. Shields are starting to drop on it now. Probably, yeah, he's took out the subsystems. 92%. Not going to survive that. He's also facing it off against the station now. Taking an absolute pounding. Let's get out of here. Let's regroup. I mean, it's took out quite a lot of stations, but, I mean, it is only one battleship. So, we may need to consider getting our own battleship. Just something heavier hitting than what we've had.
Entering system.
So
Savage spur.
Yeah, my wingman's back. I'll make my way over to you.
No, thank you. I am out of here.
You're dead now. Ooh, I'm shaky.
Ugh. But the Gambit's actually following us. I still don't think, even with Yak helping us, I don't think we're going to be able to survive this. Cookery there. I robbed the cookery. Fast. I can grab it at another time. We've got to come back this way anyway, so I think that's going to be us for this episode because, well, we've got a lot of work to do. You can see that Spear of Odin's actually still alive. It seems like he's pulling away, so maybe us pulling out the system was a good idea. We're definitely going to need some bigger weaponry here. Now, it's a shame we lost that large ship, but now we're actually a higher level, so we're going to go and speak to the faction representative because we've actually got access to the license. Start going objective. If we head on over that way, we should be able to get access to the large ships, and we should be able to build a small fleet to be able to help out that carrier. Now, whether or not it's going to survive by the time we get back is a different story, but that'll be another story for another episode. Thanks a lot for joining me for this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed a little bit of combat side of things. Obviously, them drones were just nasty. They take out your subsystems, so you end up actually they bypass basically the shielding system. Come in and take out your shield components, and then you've got no shields left. So yeah, so that was a bit nasty. So we'll see what we can do on the next episode. Let me know in the comments section. As always, if you've got your own suggestions, ideas, or anything like that. Do you think there's a better way we could take this out? Still think the Terran approach now, it is very hard, so that's why we're struggling with it, which is understandable. You don't want it too easy. But this is the path we want to take. Now I'm interested to see what the spoils of victory. See if it's worthwhile, and hopefully we'll survive with some of our fleet intact. But these Gladiuses they take a pounding against them drones, so they're definitely not the answer. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it. But until next time, everybody, take care for now. So see you on the next one. Bye for now.